Good evening, everybody. It's an honor to introduce our two eminent chief guests this evening. Our chief guest, Mr. Ravi Pachamuthu, is the chairman of SRM Group, which has been one of the largest portfolio of institutions in South India. I'm sure all of us have at least one of our siblings, cousins, sister, neighbors studying in one of the SRM institutes, don't we? Nearly 15,000 employees have been with SRM Group all over India, and Mr. Ravi Pachamuthu has been spearheading their marketing strategy for more than 2 decades now. Be it engineering, medicine, paramedical, art, science, management, hospitality or film studies, SRM plays a vital role in shaping up the career of our youth in India. Mr. Ravi's latest passion is to open a 5-star hotel catering to domestic and international clients. Like all his ventures, I'm sure this will have an international finesse too. Mr. Ravi, it's a pleasure to be associated with SRM and have you as our chief guest. Thank you so much for taking your time off and making our event a grand success. Our second chief guest this evening is Amy Jackson, who's specially flight down all the way for us. Thank you so much for making it.
It's the opening of the 5th year first magazine. Jiva irukkirar ulle.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure to be here, and I'm very privileged to be here for this because I think this is especially what Chennai needs. It's a magazine that covers very different topics, very different personalities, and there's absolutely something for everyone. So I think this magazine can be someone in their 20s, someone in their 80s. So I think it's a real all-round magazine, and my very special favorite part would definitely have to be the fashion section. So I'm very happy to be here and very well done. So thank you.
But she does this for me, I think, and I'm very privileged, Anjali. She doesn't do MC as a job, so don't go approach her and say, can you do our job? She's only doing this for inbox, so thanks to her. Anjali, can we have you?
Hello. அவங்க வந்து சுந்தர் சி படத்துல வர கிரண் மாதிரி இவங்க எந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணாலும் அவங்க தான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி கொடுப்பாங்களாம். எல்லாரும் அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு நல்லா கை தட்டலாம்.
Today we are celebrating Inbox 1305 4th anniversary, and every year at this time I'm reminded of what a celebration it is to live in this wonderful world. Despite the global warming, the tsunami and the earthquakes and everything, I think as humans we have this nature in us to turn the negative into the positive, and today it's all about that. The 5 real heroes whose inspirational story is testimony to what we all can do from our end. Even if it's just a small thing, I think collectively if we do it, it's going to be a big impact. So that's the theme of today's event. And it's not just that. When I first presented the idea to Mr. Ravi Pachamuthu, he was more than happy to be associated with Inbox 1305 for today's theme. Thank you for the support, sir. And of course, the very pretty Amy Jackson came down from Mumbai just now, and then she has to take the next flight out to Hyderabad. I'm sorry for putting you through this, but I think the reason you're such a big hit among Indian cinema is not just because you're so pretty looking, but it's also for the person you are. I've known her since Madras Patnam, and she's a very, very humble and genuine person. So thank you, Amy. My team member, of course, Jayanti. She's actually the mystery person in our group. No one will see her on stage. She will not be around. She hates to come on stage. But I think this year she has to make an effort and come on stage. What do you all think?
ஜெயந்தி இந்தியாவில் எங்கே இருந்தாலும் மேடைக்கு வரும். ஜெயந்தி தாம்பரத்தில் தான் உட்காந்துக்கிறீங்க ப்ளீஸ். இவங்க தான் ஜெயந்தி.
Of course, Jyoti, my other colleague, she's like the big enthusiastic ball of full-spirited person behind the magazine. Because and anything which, if something goes wrong, Jayanti and I will. This is not happening. We called and it's not happening. Okay, let's call Joe and put her onto this person, and it will definitely happen. So that's the kind of person Jyoti is. So together, we make the team. And of course, Thiago, our designer, he's been with us ever since the first issue. And he's like Jiva on cover. He's like a superhero. I don't know how he manages to pull it off, but single-handedly, he's been doing our issue every month. So thank you, Thiago. And of course, Dayalan, our printer, he's also been printing our magazine ever since the first issue. And he treats it as his own personal job rather than looking at it as an outside job. And I would like to also take this opportunity to thank my mother, Jyoti Ramasamy. She's the first bravest person to invest in 1305. So I don't think she regrets it now. So thanks. And of course, my friend Dheeraj, who's always had Inbox 1305's best interest in mind. And of course, my husband, he's my best and toughest critic. It's like if there are people saying, oh, this is an extraordinary issue, all I can get out of him is, yeah, good. So it's still a challenge. And of course, our writers and photographers, Deepthi Menon, Shivani Arora, Shubhakirtana, Srideka, Sedu. And we should also say, sir, we have a lot of SRM interns writing for us, photographers. Of course, the quality of the magazine depends heavily on the photographers. So, Sundar, Venkatram, Rohit and Swapna, we take this opportunity to thank you. And a special thanks to Mark. He's an excellent artist. You would have seen his work downstairs when you were coming up. So, if we get stuck somewhere, he is like our savior. Miraculously, he'll just come and help us sort it out. And everyone who's received the bamboo invite, who appreciated it, thanks to Nefertari and their team. They came up with the concept. And of course, thanks to Sundar's Pro Precision, who's pulled off the backdrop and the lights and sound, and who's responsible for today's event. Of course, Balaji Patti, thanks only solli uttra, vera edha sonna enna kalaipenga, so na edu solla. Paruthi, which is up next. When you see the clothes, I'm sure you'll all want to buy something from them, because you'll never imagine that organic clothing can be so fashionable and so beautiful. And of course, thanks to all our charming guests. It's going to be a surprise to all of you. So when you walk the ramp, you will know about it. So thanks to them. And they're all first timers. So I hope you're all going to cheer them. And thanks to our regular advertisers and advertising agencies. And of course, Maya Ark, Vanilla and Anjali Venkat for sponsoring today's show. I must make a special mention about Raintree and our hospitality partner, Shweta Reddy. GM, she was not able to make it today. But she just told me, don't worry about anything, just pull off a good show. So thanks, Shweta and the Raintree team. These are special people who have all been part of Inbox from the beginning, and like to mention about them. They are the solid pillars of strength. Of course, Nikhil Murugan. I'm sure he has a bat cave somewhere where he goes and sits and works. Because 24/7, if you call him, his phone will be on call wait, and he'll just call you back, even if it's like I think 2 or 3 in the night. And he also has a bat vehicle where half of his car is converted into an office. Secretary or car order. So thank you so much. And I'd like Nikhil to come up on stage here and receive a small gift from the Inbox team.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for one and only Nikhil Murugan. Bill Gates இவரோட காரை பார்த்து வியந்ததெல்லாம் நடந்துருக்கு. திறந்து பார்த்து ஸ்தம்பிச்சு போயிட்டாராம்.